Hey, it's me, Hannah. Welcome to another video. We are continuing with the San Myshuno remodel, and this is part 18 of 19. So this is the second to last building we're going to be doing in San Myshuno, and I cannot believe that we are almost done with this series. I'm trying a little something different in this video. So at the beginning of every video of my remodels, I take photos of the before so that at the end I can do a before and after, and I usually edit that out. But this time I tried kind of speeding it up only a little bit and then leaving it in the video so you can kind of maybe get a feel for the apartment before I redo it. So let me know what you think about that, and I can keep it in. I don't know why I always thought it would make the video take too long, but I think this only takes about a minute or 45 seconds. So anyways, I left it in this time for both of the apartments. This building has 2 units in it, and they're 2-story units. Yeah, this first one is already inhabited by some townies, the karaoke legends. So one of the big things I made sure to include in this apartment is a karaoke machine. And I put it basically in the exact same spot where the other karaoke machine was in the original build, because there's not a whole lot of other places to put it. There's this kind of upper hallway that I was like, I guess I could put it here, but like, where would anybody sit to like watch the karaoke performer? So I left it in the same spot over by the windows. But so after this portion of the video where I redo the apartment, I will be going into Create a Sim to give the karaoke legends a little makeover. And yeah, so this is a fun little family. I've never really played with them, like gameplay wise, but the girl with the purple hair is like a very iconic San Myshuno resident in my opinion. So this one was very fun to do. The lower level was pretty straightforward. The kitchen and the living room, I didn't really change the layout much, but upstairs I did change the layout to have 2 bedrooms upstairs where there was only 1 before. So now upstairs there's a total of 3 bedrooms, and it seemed like such a great idea, like a no-brainer at the time when I separated the 2 bedrooms, because there was plenty of room. But then I realized that one of the bedrooms doesn't have any windows, so I kind of had to get a little creative with that. So you'll see that later on, what I ended up doing to compensate for the fact that her bedroom has no windows. But then we have, so that's Miko Ojo. Her bedroom is the one that actually doesn't have a window, and I feel bad. But she was originally sharing a bedroom with Darling Walsh, and they have their own bedroom now. They're a teenager. I need to look at the okay, let's read their little bio thing. Miko's a preppy, aspiring politician who shares a room with her basketball-loving buddy, Darling. Their charismatic roommate, Kibo, is downright dreamy in Miko's eyes, but he couldn't be more oblivious to her obvious flirting, with their mutual love for karaoke bringing them together. Oh, okay. So it doesn't really explain why Darling is a member of this household. They're a teenager with these 2 like young adults. None of them are related. I don't know, it's weird. But anyways, I felt like Darling needed their own bedroom. So I didn't realize Mika was an aspiring politician, so she's not anymore. Whoops, because I changed all their aspirations. But then Akira has like the bigger bedroom. I don't know why, but I felt like he would be like kind of the original person to live here. He maybe seems like he kind of has his life together a little bit more, and obviously Darling is a teenager, so they're not the one like putting the down payment on an apartment of this size. So anyways, there's that big bedroom that originally Miko and Darling shared that I just divided up, and it wasn't until I was done decorating a couple of the other rooms that I realized there wasn't a window. So anyways, I think we made do, and I think it turned out okay. She does have her own bathroom, so that's nice, I guess. But I kind of went with my thought process that I had talked about in another video, where I feel like all of these apartments should kind of have the same like quote unquote factory settings. Like, you know, these are just big cookie cutter units, so they should all have like the same tile and flooring, because that's just kind of how they do it in apartments. So I just went with like generic white tile in the bathroom, some plain taupe walls with plain brown carpeting, because that's just how I feel like an apartment like this would look. Some of the other apartments I've done, I've completely disregarded that and done just whatever I thought looked cute. Of course, in a city like this, I believe there's plenty of people who would own their own apartment, and so they would be able to make the renovations that they wanted. But in this case, I don't think these young people own this 2-story apartment in a city, so we're gonna go with some like kind of prefab stuff here. But I think it turns out pretty cool still. I think I still captured the personalities of some of these Sims pretty well. Again, this is Akira's house. It doesn't say much about him other than he's oblivious to the fact that Miko has a crush on him. So I think I made his aspiration. I think I made all of their aspirations the city location one. Oh, I think Darlings is actually the athletic one, because it says in their bio that they are a basketball player. So that works out because I did put a basketball goal on the patio or the deck or the balcony or whatever you want to call it. So anyways, I'll fill in some music until we get to the second part, because we're going to do the other unit, and I'll pop back in with a voiceover at that one. All right, this is the other unit in the building of the Zenview apartments. And again, it's a 2-story building. They're kind of like mirror images of each other a little bit, but they both have balconies and they're both pretty spacious. But this is actually going to be the home to a single sim. Her name is Sandy Royal. I've been reading Verity by Colleen Hoover, a very popular book on Book Talk. It was suggested for my book club by one of the book club members, and I just finished it. And I think I was a little bit inspired by this book, so I went ahead. Okay, when you get to the create a sim portion, you're going to be like, what do you mean? How did this inspire you? Whatever. But the sim herself is not the one that inspired me. It's just the overall vibe. So Sandy is a writer and she lives alone. She's kind of a loner. Her traits are bookworm, loner, and vegetarian. And I just wanted to give her a very minimal, very stark, very clean house because I just felt like I wanted her to be the type of writer that you don't see very often, because a lot of creative people are very messy, to put it very blunt. They have their creative process and they're usually just kind of like just a mess. And so I kind of wanted this to be the complete opposite, because I wanted her to be the complete opposite of what you would think she would be. So that was kind of what I was going for here. And I really liked my decision to turn that first little I don't know, it had a bookshelf in it earlier, that little nook when you first walk into the apartment. I turned it into a bathroom. I think every time I've had a sim, over here to the left, every time I've had a sim live in this apartment building, I've always turned that into a bathroom, because I don't understand why it's not a bathroom. I just think it should be. And it's a half bath, it's just a toilet, but especially when you're entertaining, like, you don't want a sim to have to go upstairs to go to the bathroom, like if you're having a party or whatever. Obviously Sandy's probably not going to be throwing a bunch of ragers here, but it just makes sense to me design wise. So this kitchen was kind of a wreck. It was weird. There was like islands in the middle of the countertops and like islands off to the side. I don't know, it was weird. But we're redoing it and we're making it look very similar to the other unit, and got the like same kind of tile, almost exactly the same, not quite the same, but a little bit lighter and less gray, because Sandy really likes light brown and white. Those are her favorite design colors. And at the end of this section also, you're going to see me create Sandy, and she will be in the gallery eventually. I want to go in and kind of, for the last few sims that I've done, I've realized I kind of want to go in and add some skills and maybe some occupations to them, because I've given them so much of a backstory, so that when you download them, they already have kind of their little backstory. So I'm going to do that for Sandy and probably for the karaoke legends as well, because I just think that'll make them seem a little more complete when you download them. So the upstairs was definitely not the vibe. It had this like weird lodge planking and like I don't know. I thought it was ugly. I don't want to be rude, but I thought it was ugly. So we're redoing it, but I actually didn't have to change the floor plan, which is nice. So that was pretty easy to do. So this first room is going to be her bedroom. And then the room over to the left is going to be her office writing area, which just makes sense. I mean, this is her career, so she needs a whole room dedicated to it. So yeah, enjoy the rest of this one. I'll leave the music in for the rest of the video, and I hope you subscribe and check out my other San Myshuno remodels if you haven't already. There's an entire playlist for all the remodels I've done, and I think this is number 9 of the neighborhoods that I've done. And the next neighborhood will be Brindleton Bay, so look forward to that. That'll be getting started by the end of July 2022. So look forward to that and enjoy the rest of the video.